edition here in the CG Collection Studio toy room. Amanda's got, well, what do you got?
I got my Poison Ivy figure that I pre-ordered for a long time ago, and it finally came in the mail this week.
Cool.
So
it looks pretty good.
It looks really cool. And I was really lucky, and I got number 90 of 2,500, and they give you like a little certificate and everything with it, which is really neat. And it even gives you like a little metal plate that you could probably mount on the front of this, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Cool.
But as you can see, I've already opened it, so you're not going to see us open the box because I was so excited I had to open it before we could videotape. But this is the box over here. It's a pretty neat box.
Yeah, we got Poison Ivy on the front and on the side, on both sides actually. This one's more of like a
like an actual like photo, not like
more like a drawing, kind of like somebody has done, like where this is like a picture of that
model.
Yeah, and then on the back it's like
because this we bought it through Sideshow, but it's not a Sideshow model.
It's not a piece. Yeah, it's a Sideshow piece, but it's done by Yamato.
Yeah.
Yamato.
Yamato.
Yeah.
And it's their fantasy figure collection. And on the back of the box, like Chris was going to show you, it has all of, like, I don't know if it's all of them, but it has some of their other things that they do. Like, they do Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, Catwoman. They do some of the other characters. I don't know what the other characters are.
No, there's a lot. I mean,
yeah.
Some of them are like their own things, I guess. I'm not sure.
But like these look like some devil things and like some angel wing things. I don't know.
A lot of the writing on the box is like Japanese or
Chinese,
Korean, something like that. Some language I can't speak and read.
A bunch of characters.
Actually, it's made in China, so I'm going to go with Chinese.
There we go. Yep.
But the box is very good, and then the shipper from, if you want to hang on to that, from Sideshow, you get the Sideshow shipper, which, as you can see, it's packed very well, but what I was going to show is you get the Sideshow tape, so hang on to your shipper if you're a collector. That usually helps with the value. On the inside, it was packed in foam, which I can show you the foam. It was done very well.
It was taped closed, so you had to undo the tape.
And I've seen this style of foam done with some of, like, for instance, some of the Sideshow pieces, some of the all metal or all die cast, like Iron Man, where it's like specifically cut out to hold the figure and different parts. The base even had its own thing, so it comes and then there's taped. Usually it's taped around, so it's packed thoroughly and securely.
The one complaint I had was it didn't come with instructions. The vines down here actually come out. There's 4 of them, so you kind of had to look at the picture and kind of like fit them and put them where you thought they went. So I think the way that we have it up, set up is how it actually was supposed to be. But so it comes into 4, 5, 6 pieces. She is one whole piece, and then you have the 4 vines and then the base.
Yeah, so I mean you kind of get something like that. And then we based the vines the way they went on like the photos that we could find online. And like Amanda was saying, like we think we have them in the right spot, but you can't be sure because there's no like instructions in it. This is just sort of like a certificate. It says photos, there's nothing here, and then your plaque. Now, talking about the overall like quality. Now these are hand done. Like these are painted in by hand.
Yep.
So this is a sort of one-off. So saying that the paint is, there's some issues, here and there. Nothing that you're not going to be like, oh, I don't want this figure because the paint sucks. No, I mean, like, there's a couple paint drips. Amanda noticed one under the eye, especially on this one, but this is ours, you know, number 90. They're not all going to be the same.
Yeah.
But the overall quality of the model, so, did you actually have any issues itself with the model itself?
No, I mean, she fit right into the base, it clipped down in there. The vines just kind of sit in there, but overall, I mean, the quality of the model, I think, is pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty badass, and
yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. She's definitely, you know, she fit right in the base. The base was cut very well.
Yeah.
The vines, assuming we have them in the right spot, even if they're not, they fit very well, and they're pretty, you know, they're pretty secure in there. Yeah, I mean, you can see me moving this, but it sticks down in there pretty good.
But yeah, the one of her foot has like a little peg at the bottom that goes down into the hole, and then they've made like an indent for her back foot because it's like she's up on her tiptoes, so that her back foot just goes right down in there. Yeah, overall, I think the base and everything worked out pretty good, and she's painted really good, and they packaged her really good. Just like a heads up, do be careful with her hands and her fingers because they are free flowing. Her arms do have vines coming off of them that are very fragile, so you might want to just make sure.
What is that called? That is it plaster? I can't think of the word. It's what she's made out of. Where you stick it in like a clay.
Clay?
I guess not clay. I can't think of the name. Anyway, it's very, very easy to snap pieces.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I was trying to get to, and I can't. The name.
And her hair, it's like blowing in the wind. So like, there's lots of like little pieces like that could break, type thing. So you gotta be very careful when you're like holding her and stuff like that. But overall, I love it.
Now. You and I, we're fortunate to have a few Poison Ivy statues, and we've got the other one from Sideshow that's a little bit taller. Yeah. How would you actually rate this to that one?
I still like the other one better.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's detailed more, and I like the way that they have her sitting on there, and with the vines the way that it is on the other statue. I'm not saying the
vines on the other ones, like they've got like mouths and things.
Yeah,
and it's bigger, it's more. Now this was around what,
This one I think was like 250, 260. The other one was 400.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like around like 450 or something
paying
like
for
that.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
And also the size is a little bit better. Now, some things that I'll point out that I could be sort of a little stickler with is on the base, there's some paint runs. So, but I mean, like I said, once again, this is hand painted, so somebody's literally sitting here and doing this, or spray painting, or whatever, however they did it. I mean, you can see that they air gunned, some light green, like onto her legs, and like even her chest and like her belly is all shadowed. Like you can see, like they've used some darker skin tone paint. The eyes are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the way that they did her eyes were really good. Like you can see, like they even had like some red and like
eyelashes and things.
And the eyelashes.
It's super detailed. So let's give this a rating. Let's say out of 10, what would you rate this figure? 10 being the best.
Like a 9.5, I would say.
Really? Okay. I think I would probably have to agree. I think that they did an excellent job on this figure. And I'm going to even take into account like the packing, the box, everything that came with, basically from picture online until seeing what we actually have here in person. I would definitely rate this figure as probably a 9.5 out of 10 in quality, and gives you everything you expected that you're going to get. So, if you have a chance to pick this figure up, they are limited, right? Are they still on there, or are they not?
When I looked a little, or when we got her, when I was trying to figure out what the veins, they were still available. Now, I don't know if that was...
But I mean, then again, like we were saying with the box, there are, other things, in this collection. So if you're looking and you're looking at, what was it, Yamato, or however you say it, you know, and you're on their website, you're on Sideshow's website, or they even have their own, I believe. It's YamatoToysUSA.com, which we'll post on in the description here for you.
Oh, and I did want to also say that they do have, this is a licensed DC Comic and Warner Brother figure. So I do want to say that.
Yes,
as well.
and it's here.
Yeah, it's even on the box and everything. So, you know, you are getting a legitimate, you know, figure that is licensed and everything too.
So the release date, it's written here, is actually February 2016 for this. And then we have the name of the sculptor, which I don't know if I can read his name, like Weho something Yadua.
And the illustrator was Louis Royho.
I wouldn't even try. But yeah, so I mean, that's the Poison Ivy figure, and we're quite satisfied with it. And so you'll see this very soon. Once we get this done, we hope to have some Poison Ivy display right here.
Yes.
Right here. Oh, and you can see that we got some of the floor pieces in. They're coming. Those are our thresholds back there. That's the color. And then, as you can probably hear, we got a bit of an echo because there's no floor and there's no sound control, and it's just a mess.
Hopefully another 2 weeks at the most, and we will have everything back to normal, which would be awesome.
Yep. So we're getting there. The studio's coming right now. It's just sort of an open room, and that's what the echo, and even if we try to control the sound, we can't. So I want to apologize for the sound, and probably even the quality of the video is not great. We don't have any lighting set up right now, and I mean, we're just using pretty much what we have in the room, so no extra lighting. But it's coming, guys. So you know, thank you for watching. Obviously, you know, give us a like. Definitely, if you're not already liking us on Facebook, check us out. We're always posting something. We're up on the geek news, toy news, everything.
Yep.
So I'm Chris.
I'm Amanda.
You know, this is the Poison Ivy figure from Sideshow, and however the hell you say, Yamato. Look at the description, it's down there. Guys, you know, happy hunting, have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.